Saitama, the so-called one-punch man, is an enigma. His ability to eliminate any opponent with a single strike makes him a wild card, impossible to predict, and an unparalleled threat if left unchecked. Given the nature of his power, it's clear that a conventional approach would be useless. This plan requires precision, ruthlessness, and a deep understanding of both his psychological and physical limitations. The first step is to exploit his underestimation of any threat. Saitama is constantly bored with the lack of challenge in his life. This gives us an advantage. I will begin by planting a series of subtle psychological traps, ones that will create an illusion of escalating danger. The more he believes the situation is dire, the more likely he is to take unnecessary risks. But I won't engage him directly at first. I will manipulate the environment, create scenarios where he's forced to act, but not in a way he expects. For the initial phase, I'll deploy a series of robots. Not the typical mass-produced types, but sophisticated, well-armed, and intelligent, designed not to overwhelm him, but to wear him down mentally. They will know to retreat when they realize they can't defeat him, only to return with more advanced tactics. This will give Saitama a false sense of satisfaction and ease, yet start wearing him thin emotionally. The key is not to engage him head-on, but to provoke him into thinking the battle is worth his time. Next, we need to get inside his head. He may be invincible, but he's also human, and his greatest weakness lies in his own boredom. I'll arrange for a string of events that forces him into the spotlight, mass chaos that seems to be beyond his usual expectations. The chaos will be subtle but undeniable, innocent bystanders in trouble, a city in peril. But this time, he won't be able to handle it all alone. My key asset here will be a hidden contingency, black mask and a specialized mercenary squad trained to fight indirectly, using guerrilla tactics. They won't engage in direct combat but will create a diversion so severe, so widespread, that it pushes Saitama into a corner. The goal is to force him into situations where he must act on multiple fronts. Where his attention is divided, and fatigue starts to take its toll, when the time is right, I'll deploy a weaponized version of the Joker's toxin, a gas that, when inhaled, triggers extreme paranoia and hallucinations. If Saitama inhales it, the mental anguish will break his stoic resolve. In his confusion, he'll question what's real and what isn't. That's when we deploy the final phase. An explosion of sound, light, and an overwhelming visual bombardment that will make him doubt his senses. This will be the moment where the psychological pressure mounts. The final layer will involve the use of a carefully constructed, high-tech prison, a cage designed to neutralize his physical advantage. It won't hold him, of course, but it will create an illusion of containment, something that will weigh heavily on his psyche. The goal is not to keep him locked away, but to make him feel isolated and purposeless. Once he loses the desire to be the hero, the one punch that solves everything, he becomes just another man. And when that happens, we strike. Not physically, but symbolically. Saitama's strength is his greatest asset and his most crippling flaw. He can defeat any foe, but in the end, it's that very power that isolates him. If I can push him to the point where he questions his own place in the world, where he becomes desperate for meaning, then the battle has already been won. Gotham is full of people who watch from the shadows, waiting for someone else to take action. But heroes? Heroes step forward. They answer the call. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here today, don't just watch, join the mission. Hit that subscribe button, and together, we'll make sure the signal never fades, because Gotham and this channel need you.